Hi guys, and welcome to the first ever episode of the Safe Space, and we are your hosts. My name is Joy.
And my name is Samuel. And together with us, you're going to come on this exciting journey where we talk about a whole variety of topics, have exciting interviews, and a fun time together. So you don't want to miss it.
We'll be going for a short break and we'll be right back. Welcome back, guys, and our topic for today is growing up as a youth in the 21st century.
And before we get into that very interesting topic, we did ask our followers on Instagram, and be sure to follow us on Instagram at The Safe Space. And we asked them a few questions about what they would like us to discuss on this podcast. And take note, we do take your contributions seriously and we cherish your feedback. So before we get into the topic, which Joy mentioned, you suggested personal freedom, which is a very good choice, especially in today's world. Friends and peer pressure, which will be a very good one. And stay tuned for that one, which will be coming very soon. And with that, we're going to have a guest with us. So also they suggested dating, bullying, drugs and alcohol, mental and self-development, which I think they're very, very good topics. But do take notes and please participate whenever questions are being asked on our social media platforms. Do also take note that we're also on Twitter. So yes, now we dive into the topic for the day, which is growing up as a young person in the 21st century.
Okay, so basically we know growing up as a young person in the 21st century, we face a lot of unique challenges,
True.
which can be had as we all see it. So what are your thoughts on it?
It's actually a very, very broad topic, if we're being honest, because as a young person right now in the 21st century, it's not easy because there are a lot of things we're battling and a lot of stuff we go through. But at the same time, I'll say a lot. It's a very, very challenging thing. And if you're not guided in a way, you could get off track and with that also become wayward. And the standard which the society has set in itself, you understand?
Yeah.
It sometimes can be high, can be low, depending on what you're looking at. You know what I'm saying?
So according to what you said,
Yeah,
social media and technology has actually changed the way we interact with each other.
that's very true.
It has. So I would say basically people are glued to their phones. People don't communicate, we don't socialize, we don't network, we don't mingle. If someone is actually going through something too, you would not know.
Yeah, true.
But on the other hand, as technology, what we have, the previous generation did not.
Didn't have that.
Yeah, we have more advantage due to it. So
Like with social media and or like other things I've also mentioned, you have the good aspects and the bad aspects. But with social media, we tend to see more of the negative side as of now, because as youths and as young people now, we are very exposed to a whole lot of stuff. Like you said, the previous generation didn't have social media, and that is something we're thankful for. Like we could easily do a lot of stuff with it, but with that also, it has also been detrimental, not can, because it has caused more harm than good, you could say, in this generation.
Well, I think parents too contribute to these because lately, people like us, our generation, right? We tend to be closed, right?
Yeah.
But parents too I would say parents don't even tell their children, I love you no more. Mental health is also important, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so where you're going to school, you're going through stuff. The mentality parents have is that, Halenga, you're not going through anything.
Yeah, that's true.
Hamga, you should not be thinking of anything. The only thing that should be on your mind is school and book and your future. You're not going through anything. So some people might be down. I usually say this, check on people.
Yeah, that's a very big thing right now.
Most people are down, but you come in here and like you see someone doing something and be like, I'm proud of you. I love you. I like what you're doing. I see you being someone great. It can take them a long way. Yeah,
just like you said, there's also this quote that goes around in like pictures where it's like, it says, this is a sad generation with happy pictures.
Right.
But with that also, you have to put in mind like there are different parents.
Yeah.
You can't just generalize it. Because you do have parents that actually support and like no matter what their children do, they're in support of it, you understand? But with that also, mental health is something that I feel is not taken seriously. Yeah. Because see, mental disorder in this time right now, it's at an all-time high. Like you could see someone just off themselves because of the stress they'll be going through. Right. And like with all that, suicide is never the option.
No.
Always seek help and come out. Growing up as a young person, the mental side, we've talked about it. Financially. Financially as a young person, especially
it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It is not. As much as growing up as a youth, it's all about figuring out life.
Yeah.
And some people actually tend to dwell on their mistakes.
Yeah.
For me, I learn from my mistakes.
Okay.
As much as you do mistakes, learn from them. If you learn from them, you can move on and do other things, right? And also explore.
Yeah, true.
You should not be centered on one place.
That's what I'm telling you. With that exploration you're talking about,
right,
you need money to explore. You cannot explore as a broke person. You cannot say, you want to explore, you want to go to Bora Bora. Your account is in red.
Wow.
You don't even have a proper account.
Okay, when I say explore, I mean do different things.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like go into different sectors to discover what you like and what your passions are.
But with that also, it's with your surrounding. Like, especially in Gambia here, we are quite limited in terms of exploration. But like I said, it doesn't have to do with money also. But growing up as a young person, right now, with the way things are going, especially in this country, like this country is frustrating to live in. Like the inflation here is not on like yearly or something.
No.
You go to the market and this guy will be like, so they make you what price which kind of that, you understand? And you need things as a young person.
A lot of things.
I be telling my mom, it's not because it's for Jan I entered business. Well, I need money. I want to blow. I want to blow like sockets that have fuse. You understand? Let it blow. Me too, I want to drive Range Rover, BMW,
G-Wagon.
Exactly, but in all seriousness, you need money.
Yeah,
as a young, like, especially in the time, like you can't always depend on your parents.
Yeah, that is why the side hustle too is important.
The side hustle
you cannot
is
be dependent on 9 to 5.
Exactly, right. And with that, patronize my business. Masa Kids, I sell jerseys, which I'm not supposed to say, but I need money. Like you're talking. But yeah, with that also, you can't also depend on your parents 2/4/7. You get what I'm saying? They also have stuff that they're also going and dealing with, especially if you have like siblings.
Right.
You understand?
Yeah, thank you, and we'll be right back.
Okay, and welcome back from that break. So we're going to continue where we left off. One of the things also that I feel that consists like growing up in the 21st century is that of peer pressure. And I think that's a very, very big thing,
it is.
Especially growing up. So what do you think about that? For
me, peer pressure, it's very deep, but if you're not careful, you will fall.
Yeah.
Because if I have to check the year 2022 to 2023,
okay,
I've seen pressure, especially from girls.
Okay.
And the Gen Z generation. Apart from them, girls in general, we live lives like we're the ones that want the most. We need things more than you guys do, right? Okay. But the kind of company you keep to is very good.
Yeah, it matters a lot.
Yeah, if you were not groomed, sometimes parents do try. They train the child or whatever.
Yeah.
But when you go out there, you usually forget where you're from and you don't know where you're going. So if you follow all these people, I've seen a lot. Okay, the year 2022.
Story time. Go on.
The year 2022. It has been a tough year. Yeah, it has been a year that I was broke, very broke. I've seen people hold a bunch of money. I know what they do to get the money, right? I know things they're involved in or whatever. But the thing I'm trying to say, especially ladies, you're a lady. Men and women are different. Thinking that you can do what guys do, no, you cannot. As a lady, I think you should respect yourself to that point that whoever sees you would like know that, yeah, I should respect this person. A lot of things that you start doing nowadays to get money, it's definitely not good.
Yeah, that's very true. Like,
it's bad.
Like you said, the way you carry yourself, especially in this generation, is very important. Yeah. Like, your character says a lot. And like you said, we actually do thank God for the parents that raised us. Because as it says, I'll use a reference from the Bible which says, train up a child the way it should go. Understand? Which we usually say, or spoil the rod and spoil the child. You understand?
Right.
Like, that is true. We usually think like they're harsh sometimes they are though, but most of like the fundamental things they tell us, which is like watch the friends that you keep, be mindful of the friends that you keep. It's not because they have our parents never do have the bad intentions for us. So, thank you. So with that, the friends you keep, especially like since we are centering on the
peer pressure,
the 21st century and peer pressure, it matters a whole lot because you could see I have had friends who have been like good boys and you understand like that very gentle, good person. Then all of a sudden, in the space of 6 months or
they switch.
a certain amount of time, they've gone left.
Yeah.
They're smoking, they're drinking. Like, you be like to yourself, this is not the person I last
knew
saw.
before, yeah.
Understand? I've had friends whereby like the company they keep like from first glance where you're like,
no,
nah, this is not going to end up well. And like as a person right now, you should have that discernment. You understand? Most of us are not kids anymore. You can tell you're good from a bad. In as much as not everyone has that though, like minding the friends that you keep, especially at this point in our lives, could play a very big role to the person we grow up to become.
Right.
You understand? Like, let's say you start taking drugs as of now. You understand? Like, there are some things that it's hard to let go of. They become addictive.
Right.
You understand? You want to get fast money. You start getting into the sales of drugs, start getting it from illegal ways. Like, and let's say you get caught. And the law these days, they are not tolerant. You get caught, life imprisonment, your life don't spoil.
Right.
Like it's all in the friends that you keep and the way you move about in life. You have to understand that.
I can remember way back when I was in junior high school.
Okay.
So usually when there is agric science, I did not like the subject.
Yeah.
So I would go downstairs and usually I'll meet up with the vice principal. He'd be like, Joy, where are you going? I'll be like, I don't have class. So there was a time my dad came to school. Okay, a time that I did not do well with my grades.
Okay.
So I just lied that the teacher traveled because I could not take that result home.
Oh.
It was very bad that I was like, nah, I can never take this home. So I kept my results, kept on lying. So this day my dad just came to the school, Pam, I want to see your teacher.
Yeah.
They took me to the vice principal's office and there was this big board that they wrote everyone's results. My dad saw it. It was like, when we get home, you produce that result. Guess where I hid the result? Under my bed. So they were beating me as I was taking out this result. Right. And one thing the vice principal said was that your child is keeping bad company, right? All of those contributed to how I performed in school.
Yeah.
It did. But there are a lot of things that they did that I did not do, as much as I knew where I was from. So I've seen them do a lot of things. I've seen them do smoke and other things. But the thing about me, I love going with bad people. I think I just love it. I don't know why. It's like I learned from it.
You love it. Mr. Robert, your daughter says she loves going out with bad people.
I did not say that. I did not say that. But anyways, I've learned a lot from school, from high school.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like an old speaking, but I read, and I'm usually around people who are older than me. I listen to their life experiences. I listen to things they have done and not do. I ask a lot of questions.
Yeah. Like with that old speaking thing, like in a way, I fear those old speakings pass.
Thank you.
You see, old speaking.
No, this brings me to that scenario where the first day they let me to go to a club, they told me 12 o'clock. You guess what? When I get out, I don't see 12. When I hear the music, boom, I go back in. I came home by 4 a.m.
You are the kind that abuse freedom.
No, like
the kind that abuse freedom.
What I'm saying is, as much as you should be protective of your child, let them go out a little. Because if my mom did not advise me, if I don't know certain things about life, that day that I went out, I would have done everything that I missed out on. I would have.
You don't smoke, drink shayo.
They were there. They were there. There was shisha. There was weed. I could do anything. I could literally do anything, but I did not because I knew where I was. Why are you looking at me like that? I did not. I don't touch anything.
Do you love
God is watching me.
But with that also, some children tend to abuse that freedom that is given to them.
do.
You understand? And that is where responsibility and accountability comes in. My mama can always tell me, if you don't know who side you go, know who side you come out.
Yeah.
But if you don't know where you're going to, know where you come from. You understand?
Right.
When you go out, you carry your family's name.
Right.
You understand? Like, and the image you portray outside.
It's important.
Exactly.
Very.
We tend to take the things we do for granted in the name of having fun.
Right.
But having fun, you have to be responsible.
Unlimited.
Exactly. That's why the friends you keep also come into play. Because if you roll with friends that smoke, and you get to a point at a certain time, the influence push you. One day you go say, let me
taste.
Second day, let me. Third day, let me. Fourth time, now you go they roll them. You understand? You pass it.
Yeah.
So it's very, very important the friends that you keep and the decisions you make also, because decision making is a big thing.
It's a vital role.
A vital role in everything that you do, in your career choice that you make, in the friends that you keep, in your financial aspect, in everything.
Right.
You understand? And with that also, you have God by your side. Never forget. as growing up as a young person, I think it's rampant now. Like, not going to church or something. It's like a flex for like people. Man, what did them church? Nini. In like it says in the Bible that in everything you do, put God first.
Right.
You understand? I'm
Right.
sure it's not only in the Bible,
No.
also in the Quran and all these religious books. Like in everything you do, make sure God is at the center of it. And if you do that, He guides you in all your actions. Like
He does.
yeah.
He does. I mean, I experienced this when I went for camp last year. So I was the type that I was very prayerful when I was young.
Yeah.
But growing up, I detached.
Yeah.
Yeah, so going to camp, I always use this verse from the Bible. I think it's from 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 12.
Bible school. Oh shit.
It says, do not let anyone look down on you because you're young, but be an example to believers.
Yeah.
In speech, in conduct, in love, in faith, and in purity.
Wallahi, that is your memory verse. That was your memory verse during Children's Day.
No, it wasn't. I learned it from camp. I'm not the type that really knows Bible.
Yeah,
but it has taken me a long way, especially through the year 2022.
Yeah.
I believed in God more. I prayed more.
Yeah.
If I'm going through something, I must sit in the corner. I'm like talking. I'm like, God, you're hearing me, Abby.
Yeah, exactly.
You're hearing me. He listens.
Will God be happy with this? Will God be happy with this? Like,
Yeah.
He's always there.
He's always.
Like it's never too late for you to go back.
Never.
And like anything you do, I feel like He has to be at the center of it. Anything you're doing, any decision you're making, and He will always guide you.
Right.
Like He might not come and tell you, but like
No.
there are ways He'll prove Himself. Like Yusuf, you look and say, no, this it can only be
It's
God.
not right.
So like as young people growing up, I feel like we should have God involved more in our lives. You
Right.
understand? That's why also the friends you keep also come into play. If you have friends that encourage you to know God more, you will eventually know God more.
You would.
You understand? If you have friends that detach you from God, or more, you'll be detached. You understand? It's easy as that.
Yeah.
It's either one or the other. And the thing is, you can either be here or there. You understand?
Right.
So with that also, I feel like God is, even though we brought it towards the end, I feel like God should be the number one.
He should be in the center of everything you do.
Of everything. And with that, like growing up as a young person, even though it entails much, and time will not allow us to like speak on everything, but like we said, these are some of the things that young people do face.
Yeah.
Understand?
Yeah.
And the way they go about stuff, growing up as a young person.
Right.
The thing is, we all do make mistakes, and we are going to make mistakes.
Obviously.
Never feel bad. You understand? Just the thing is, you might fall 1,000 times. You understand? But the question is, are you going to get back up? You understand? Don't stay down. I'm not a motivational speaker. I had that thing from Twitter and I've used it. I feel like one motivational speaker right now. But the truth, like we have said in all that we've discussed, just be yourself. Be yourself, man. Let no one influence you or pressure you in anything that you're doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. Be authentic. You are one of one. You understand? Make sure the choices you make and the friends you keep are good towards you. You get what I'm saying? And everything you do, like we said, let God be the center of it.
So yeah, in conclusion, what I would say is be you, embrace your unique qualities, and know that just stand out and be different from others.
You're unique, man.
I mean, as much as life is tough, if you make mistakes, get up again.
Life will show you shaggy. I'm not lying. You will see shaggy
But if God is in the center of all,
you
never give up. You know, be you.
Yeah.
Focus on your dreams, follow your dreams, be passionate about anything that you're doing, love it, and I think that God will see you through it. And thank you for watching The Safe Space. I was your host, Joy, and
I've been your host also, Samuel. And make sure you tune in to the next episode. Thank you.
Yeah, and also follow us on our Instagram page, The Safe Space GM, and we would want to get in your thoughts on this episode and more.
Yeah, we're also on Twitter, and we'll be asking questions frequently in regards to the topic that will be discussed on the episode. So with that, we say thank you for tuning in, and bye, and have a wonderful time.